to start part 2 of the physics, chapter number 9, ray optics and optical instrument. Okay, so first of all we start from the introduction of this chapter. So the question arises in our mind that is, what is light? So light is the electromagnetic wave according to the wave theory of light. Okay, so nature has endowed the human with the sensitivity to detect the electromagnetic waves within a small range of the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, so electromagnetic radiation belonging to this region of the spectrum, this is around 400 nanometer to 750 nanometer. Okay, this is the visible length of the wavelength, okay, of light. It is mainly through the light of the sense of vision that we know that the interpretation of the world around us. Two main points about the light, that is it travels with enormous speed and is presently accepted value in vacuum, that is C is equal to 2.999. Travels with enormous speed and its presently accepted value in vacuum, that is the 2.99792458 into multiplied by 10 power 8 meter per second. For practical purpose we can use C is equal to 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. It is highest speed of attainable in nature. And second thing is that light travels in a straight line. Obviously, we already know that. Now, what is the linear expansion of the light? So, the wavelength of the light is very small compared to the size of the ordinary object. Okay, so light can travel from one point to another along the straight line joining them. The part is called ray of light and the bundle of such constituent of beam of light. So, here the point is that the path is called is a ray of light and the bundle of such rays constitutes, it produces the beam of light or is called beam of light. Okay, know about the reflection of light and refraction of light. That is ultimately the phenomena of the in optics. Another thing is that is the refraction of light. Okay, so all are these things we can see by one. Okay, so first of all, what is the reflection of light? So the phenomena in which the light incident on the opaque and shining surface return back from this surface is called reflection of light. Okay, so here we have given one figure. See this from the figure. These ray are the incident ray and this is the normal and this is the reflected ray. Okay, so the angle made between the normal and the incident ray, that is the I. So I is nothing but it is the angle of incidence. It is the angle of incidence. What we call? That is the angle of incidence. Okay. Then theta r. Here we have given theta r. So here we can write theta I. Theta I is nothing but it is the angle of incidence and theta r is nothing but it is the reflected angle. The angle between the normal and the reflected ray. Okay, see this. So it is always equal. Okay, it is always equal. So theta I is equal to theta r. This is nothing but it is the second law of the reflection. Okay. So please note down this. So from the figure we can clearly see that AB is the incident ray. Okay, AB is nothing but it is the incident ray. Then B is the incident point, means point of incidence, and BC is reflected ray, and BN is normal. BN is normal. Okay, and the angle of reflection R or theta, the angle between the reflected ray and normal ray of the reflecting surface, and angle of incidence I or theta, the angle between the incident ray and to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence in the same plane. So here we write the law of reflection from this figure. Okay, so see this figure very concentrately. Okay, so the law of reflection, the first law of reflection is that the incident angle and reflection angle are same. Okay, then the incident ray, reflected ray, and the normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence. See, where is the point of incidence? This is the point B. So the incident ray, reflected ray, and normal to the reflecting surface at the point of incidence lie in the same plane as shown in figure A, B, C, D. So we can show the figure. Okay, yeah. A, P lie in A, B, C, D, means same plane. 2D, same 2D plane. So these laws are valid at each point on reflecting surface, whether plane or curved. Okay. These laws are valid at each point on the any reflecting surface, whether plane or curved. Okay. So please write down these two laws of the reflection. Now we see the another phenomena of this. Now we see the another phenomena, that is the refraction of light. So the direction of propagation of the oblique incident ray of light that enters the outer medium. Now we see the another phenomena, that is the refraction of light. The direction of propagation of an oblique incident ray light that enters the other medium. The change at the interference of these two media, this phenomena is called the refraction of light. Okay. So here we have given one figure. So first of all we understand this figure. So in figure, the surface separating two media, that is PQ. Okay, clearly we can see that PQ is nothing but it is the boundary of this two medium. This is nothing but it is the boundary surface. Okay, then incident ray are oblique from this medium, first medium, that is the angle between the normal and the incident ray, that is the I. That is nothing but it is the angle of incidence. And AB is the incident ray, BC is the refracted ray. See, here we use another word, that is the refracted, not reflected, that is the refracted ray. So N and S perpendicular to PQ. तो यहाँ पे N and S जो है वो क्या है? That is the perpendicular of this surface. Okay, this is the perpendicular of this boundary surface. See this 90 degree. So perpendicular that is the N and S, and the angle of incidence, that is AB. So angle between them, that is the I. This is nothing but it is the angle of incidence, ABN, and the angle of refraction, that is the R. See this. This is the angle of refraction in medium 2. So when light gets one medium to another medium, it gets refracted towards the normal. Okay, we can see clearly from this figure. So we can write from this figure the two laws of this refraction of light, that is the law of refraction, that is the first, the incident ray, refracted ray, and the normal to the interference of this point of the incidence all lies in the same 2D plane. Okay, and the second one is the ratio of the sine angle of the incidence and the sine angle of the refraction is constant, always constant. So this sine I upon sine I upon sine R is always constant. Okay, this is sine R, this is sine I. Okay, refractive index of the second medium with respect to the first medium. So here we put the N21, that is nothing but it is the refractive index of this medium 2 with respect to medium 1. So this equation is also known as the Snell law. Okay, it is given by the great scientist Snell. That's why 1 means refractive index here depends on the wavelength of the light but independent angle of incidence. So I से क्या है ये independent है, तो किस पे depend है? It depends on the wavelength of the light, that is the lambda. Okay. The more interesting thing, that is what is the optically denser and optically rarer medium. So N21 is greater than 1. So here for example refractive index of the medium 2 is greater than the medium of 1. So then the medium 2 is said to be denser than medium 1. Okay. Here the medium 1 have a refractive index is more than the refractive index of the medium 1. Okay, sorry. According to Snell's law, sin I upon sin R is equal to n to 1. So sin I upon sin R is greater than 1. Refracted ray bends towards the normal. Hence the medium 2 is said to be denser as compared to the medium 1. Okay. Now here we define the refractive index. So the refractive index is the refractive index of a medium with respect to the vacuum is called the absolute refractive index. So C is nothing but it is the velocity of light in vacuum and V is nothing but it is the velocity of light in air. So N is equal to C by V. So the dimensional formula of the refractive index, that is the m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to 0, means its dimensionless, because a velocity of light in vacuum measured in meter per second and velocity of light in medium also measured in meter per second. So meter per second is cancelled out. So finally we got the dimensionless quantity, that is the refractive index of any medium. Okay. So the value of refractive index of any medium depends on the type of the medium, then temperature of the medium and the wavelength of the light. Type of the medium, temperature of the medium and wavelength of the light. These how refractive index are depends